Hi everyone, it's Cindy, and I'm playing with the little jewelry making kit I got from Beebeecraft yesterday. I putting my own little twist on it. I'm using, well, first of all, let me get the instructions and show you what it says, or read you what it says, I guess. Step 1, cut the picture to the round shape, and they, obviously have you doing just that. And then you put a couple of drops of glue in the bezel, and add your picture. Then you add a couple more drops of glue on top of the picture and add the dome or the cabochon and let it dry for 10 minutes, and then you attach your jewelry findings to make it into a pair of earrings. However, that's not what I'm doing. Let me show you what I am doing. The instructions are very clear, by the way, very easy to do. I chose a couple of sets of these, and let me just get that out of there. Not part of the thing right now. So I chose these two ovals, and then I chose a round one. I needed 2 sets of 3 each. So those are the ones that I chose. And I'll show you the others in a minute. So then I cut out, I traced around, for the oval, I traced around the cabochon and got a shape, but it was larger because I traced around it. So I cut it just inside the line. I traced around with my pencil. Cut it just around inside the line. And then I was cutting out from this fabric. This is leftover fabric from my bee books. And I thought they would make cute little pictures to put in those bezels. So the thing is that I first cut it out of a piece of white paper. It was very difficult to see against that light-colored fabric. So then I cut it out of some black cardstock. Did the same with the circle, although the circle was really harder to cut because it's pretty itty-bitty. I finally got it. And the way I did it then was I took the bezel, put the piece of paper around it, and then just forced it inside and got an outline of the circle, and I cut it, and that worked the best way. So I have 2 little pictures that are actually cut from paper this time. I had some scraps of bee paper from my last bee books, and I cut those to fit. So there they are. And I'm using glossy accents. I hope I'm close enough for you. And I'll see if I put that back in there like a silly woman. Okay. So, using glossy accents, and glossy accents is a very strong glue, and you just need a little bit to hold that paper in there for now. I'll put a little bit in this one. Pop the 2 little bees in there. Put a couple more drops of glue on top. And drop in the glass domes, cabochons, whatever you want to call them. And there they are. Now we'll set them aside to dry for about 5 minutes. That's all it takes with the glossy accents. And I did some before, so that they would be dry and I could handle them. And let me show you what I did. I just put a jump ring on mine. I don't know if I'm in the camera there, I can't judge. No depth perception, there we go. Whoops, a jump ring and then a bulb pin. Like that, even though it's upside down. And I'm going to hang these from my latest bee books. I was asked to make a pair of bee books, traveler's notebooks that were the same for a couple of sisters. And so that's what I've done. So I just made a few different ones. And these are I said I would show you the round ones. So there they are. And I'm quite pleased with them. Little personalized bee charms to hang from my books. I just will clip them in to add lace on the edges of several pages, and I'll just use the bulb pen to slick into those lace edges, and that'll be that. And I'll do the same with those with the bindings on. I wanted to show you something about glossy accents. A lot of people, including me, have had trouble with the lid clogging. I saw this from Jennifer McGuire, and it almost always works. Not always, but almost always. She gives it a good on the table, a good whack, and then she takes a paper towel or whatever and makes it huff up through. And it's already had time enough to sit there. It's not huffing very well. But I use my pokey tool from Tim Holtz when I do have trouble, because I'm so smooth with it, you can tell. And I just poke it down in the nozzle. It solidifies so quickly that that's what you're working against. Is it, clogging up that little narrow hole. And every once in a while you have to go in there and you pull out a glue booger. But anyway, so now yeah, there, you hear that? It sounds like a little kid sniffing. So, and usually that will leave it so that when I open it the next time, it'll come right out. That's all you do. You whack it on the thing and, make it breathe a couple times, wipe it off, and it should work. Works for me most of the time. Every once in a while, who knows, I don't know what makes it do that, but it doesn't always work for me. So that's my Beebeecraft tutorial for today with these jewelry bezels, and I made them into charms for my bee books, and I'm quite happy with them. Let me just lay them out there for you, and if I can, make that little bright dot. So, there they are. I hope that we're in camera. So please, like, subscribe, comment, come back.